If you're looking to take a day trip to one of those many hidden gems here on Delmarva, we've got one for you on the eastern shore of Virginia, the Saxis Island Museum. If you've ever wondered where Saxis Island, Virginia is located, it's right down here on the bay side. We took a trip there to visit the museum that is dedicated to a way of life that's still going on and to the residents of Saxis Island who still work the water like generations before them. Yeah, so we're here in the Saxis Museum with M.K. Miles. And M.K., thanks for having us over.
Enjoy it.
Okay, how about giving us a tour?
Well, if you don't mind, I'll start out with a map. We're here at Saxis Island, and if you notice when you drove out to Saxis Island, you crossed a causeway and you crossed about 3,000 acres of marsh. And so if you look at the map, you'll go, well, Saxis is not an island at all. It's on a peninsula, but it's been called an island since Robert Sykes patented the land in 1666, 350 years ago. And it's always been called an island since then, and it's because of its isolation. You had to get to it by boat for many years.
This museum was founded in September of 2013, and there's just a lot of really cool stuff here. You're bound to find a surprise or two. In the heyday of the oystering and the crabbing industry, when they first started out, you had oysters as big as both hands.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that thing.
Right.
That is amazing.
So an oyster grows anywhere from an inch a year to 2 inches a year, depending on the conditions. So when you find an oyster this big, it's probably 5, 8, 10 years old. Now this is a way of taking a tree branch, peeling it back, tying a string around it, and by the way, you see the string? Yeah. It's used crab net. So once the crab net rotted away and they couldn't use it, they just used it for something else. They used it to wrap this. Yes. So when you get this nice and wet, this is what you would swab or wash off your boat deck with after you came in from oyster with all that oyster mud. You'd wash it off with this.
Yeah.
So
now
homemade for sure.
This is a pretty ingenious little thing. All these little fronds here are made from just stripping the layers of the stick back down and tying them together.
Right. So you wouldn't want to waste a good house broom to wash oyster mud off of a boat deck. So this was sort of make-do stuff, but it did the job, and it's got a story with it. So it's these kinds of things that we try to show children that come in here, and even some young adults.
The Saxis Island Museum recently moved just a short distance away into its new, slightly larger home in the old Crockett store. You can also visit the museum's Facebook page to learn more information and to keep up with Saxis Island events. For such a small package, the Saxis Island Museum has a lot to see, and we'll have more on our visit in an upcoming show.